Good morning everybody, and this is your Dow Jones Wall Street 30 day trade setups for today. So pretty good example of algo trading, so how we trade against computers, but I'll show you that on the lower time frames. At the moment we are very much overbought. We're still above this channel. I want to see a deeper pullback before committing to any long-term longs on this, and we had a bit of noise come out yesterday which we've got a bit of a squirt, but look at these gaps. So that is a range. It's a range break. So I would want to see a retest of the range break, which we'll look at those levels on the lower time frame, or even test the bottom of this range again. But at the moment, you can see a crossover far apart, but we're already starting to group. This market is so tight. If you look at the weekly at the moment, there's our weekly. Look what's happening here. You look at the daily, you can see, look what's happening. That is a consolidation pattern forming on the daily, and then look at our oscillators. That when that happens, you can see there was another one, sideways squirt, and then a big move to the downside to ease the pressure, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that move to the downside, but just giving us a lesson in patience. So nothing else I can say on the hour. I'm not interested in buying up here. I'm maybe interested here at 32,993. I'd be a little bit more interested back down at 32,819. But that's kind of what I'd be looking for, is a pullback into this area to retest it, and then we could continue moving up. But at the moment, I definitely am not interested in getting in higher up and with large position sizes. So whatever trade long we take is with a small position size. So if it does turn on me, we are not at risk. Well, we will be at risk, but not that high. Anyway, just have a look at what the noise means. So you can see pretty much sideways most of the day, and then this is sort of at the market open. Let's double check that. So it's like half an hour before the market opened, and then we got a bit of traction moving, and a big move up, and then we started just drifting lower, waiting for the noise to come out, which is basically 8 o'clock my time. So 6, 7, 8. So it's basically 8 o'clock South African time, 6 p.m. GMT time when the news came out. So that's basically when the meeting was scheduled for a specific time, and then you can see how the algos, the minute that the speech was published, made available, algos had really torn it apart, picked up all the keywords that are in there, and then pushed it up, and then picked up more keywords, and different algos pushed it down and pushed it up, and big confusion. So great example of how the algos are confused. But I think the important thing here is, at this gap close is a triangle. There it is there. So pull back onto here, it should get you another move to test these highs. And it does look that's what's going to transpire. But we'll wait for European Open for that. But as I say, opportunity, we're looking for longs, definitely looking for longs, but what we're looking for is a bit of structure. So structure would be here at gap close, 33,078. If that fails, then I'd be looking here at 32,993 and look for an opportunity to get long there. You've got a gap down the side here, and that gap is all the way down. I'm going to the 3-minute chart now, but you'll see that's a 3-minute gap there. Can you see how there's confusion? You see there's a clear triangle there, but you see how the confusion reigns. So I still think we're looking for some kind of a correction, and it doesn't look like people are jumping in to buy just for the sake of buying at the moment. Stimulus checks are in the market. You're seeing a bit of a increase. You're seeing some volatility in Bitcoin, or some movements in Bitcoin. So obviously there's some money going in there, but there doesn't seem to be much money going into the DOW at the moment. This is not a pattern of people buying. This is a pattern of confusion. Okay, and if you look at the hour, you can see lots of confusion there. Then we gapped up with the Asian session. Look at my oscillators. Not interested in long up there. I want to pull back. So that's kind of my view today. We'll watch the gap here. It may actually bounce off here and move up. But as I say, small position, tight stop losses. We're obviously waiting for a target area. I know the S&P 4000 is a big target area. I'm not so sure we're going to get this one on the Dow, which is 33,464, before a deeper pullback. And the other thing with the Dow, remember, we're out this channel, and sort of normally within like 20 bars of a break of a channel like this, it starts falling back into the channel. So that's kind of my view. Really cautious at the moment. Look at that 4 hour now. That's a hanging man. Not a hanging man. That's a pin bar shooting star. But that is not conducive to jumping in long. Need a pullback, and ideally I'd like to see something down to here, 32,100 area. That would get me excited. But anyway, patience is key at the moment. Wait for the structure. Trading this today, you'd be looking for alerts on the 15-minute and really tight stop, small positions, and take your small targets. So these inside tails, that's a target there. The previous high the high of today will be a target, and the high of yesterday will be a target. And you could get buyers, and then there's a gap down here as well. So there's just so much going on. So for me, I think the Dow, I'll be sitting on the sidelines for this one. I'll wait this one out. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.